Okay, good day. It is just about 11 o'clock in the AM on Moon Day morning, April 8th, 2019. A couple nights ago, we had our first crescent of the new moon Sa'aki-sum, the duck moon, when the waterfowl all start laying their eggs. Well, not all of them start, but some of them start. But yeah, that'll commence right around the full moon of this lunar cycle. It's a magical time, you know, the white rabbit full moon, hence Easter. Yeah, things are changing. The season is coming into order, and or I don't know what you'd call it, but the season is coming about. My season, the critter season. And you know, I've been looking around, I've been seeing lots of killdeer, I've been seeing widgeons at the pond, I've been seeing swans passing overhead, I've had reports of snow geese, lots of robins, male robins have shown up. So some of the early migrants are here already, and some of the guys that have stayed here all year round, like the magpies, they're busy with, you know, nest repairs, nest building. I see them flying around with sticks in their beaks and stuff. Looking at the trees, the cottonwood buds are just about ready to burst, you know, and not far behind them, Okanoki, Saskatoon, should see some bullberry flowers coming out any day. In fact, I wouldn't doubt if I could even find some today. Yeah, insects, saw first couple of butterflies of the season. One of them an unidentified white, and I think the other one was maybe a fire-rimmed tortoiseshell. It's a black butterfly, but I just caught glimpses, but I could see that orange rim. Anyway, lots happening, and Matuni yesterday morning, I did my usual, you know, walk and talk at Spobikimi in the morning. I've got 2 regulars now. For the longest time, I've just had 1 regular student that's there every week. And for the past month or more, I've had 2. So it's growing business. It's only taken 3 years for me to generate 2 students. Now, every Sunday morning, I do walk and talks out at the Elizabeth Hall wetlands or one of the parks in Lethbridge. Little 4-fee walk and talks, and I'll get the odd person coming to do it. I'm just gonna do it anyway, regardless if anybody shows up, because that's just my ritual to spend Sunday morning out there. But it's nice when people are with me. So I had, you know, my couple of students yesterday morning, and then I returned again to Spobikimi in the afternoon with Mahoney to take a walk. She and I visit there a couple of times a week, or we have been for the last little bit now. And anyway, when we were there, it's a little bit warmer in the afternoon, and so we saw turtles surfacing on the top of the water, you know, just putting their heads up out of the water. And whenever I see that, I know for sure the rattlesnakes are awake too, because if it's warm enough to wake the painted turtles from the pond muck, you know, underneath the water, it's warm enough for the rattlesnakes to be out. And sure enough, last night, I started getting reports from Cottonwood Park, from Popson Park. Snakes are up and they're at the dens. So I had plans for today. I was thinking, well, the snakes are up. I'm definitely going to go stop by Mandy's den and see if Mandy's around. You know, I might stop at a couple of dens and see what's happening. But I had other things on my agenda as well. Didn't have any skunk pickups this morning, which is a little bit surprising. But then I've had a few mornings now without any skunk pickups. I do have a bunch of traps out there. I did stop at one of my clients this morning just to reset a trap, and then to kind of like shove some crumpled up newspaper into the skunk hole just to see if the skunk is coming and going from that place over the next 24, 48 hours or so. But yeah, I've had, you know, regular, about 1 skunk a morning for the past week and a half or so, with the exception of a couple of days. And so that's been picking up. And so I didn't have any skunks this morning, but I had that one to reset. Then I planned to go visit Mandy's Den, and right after Mandy's Den I was going to go to couples therapy with Mahoney. But then I got a call, and it was one of our conservation associations, and there is something going on out in Tabor, where I'm on the road to right now, where a family on a farm had some topsoil delivered, and I guess in amidst the topsoil was a big rattlesnake. So they've got a big rattlesnake. They think it's they think that right now it's under their horse trough. There's no Fish and Wildlife agents or anything available right now. So eventually someone found their way to me and asked if I could come take care of it. So we're going first, well, not the first snake call, because we had that other one in Raymond with the garter snakes, but first rattlesnake call of the year. If it is a rattlesnake, they said it's pretty big, so could be a bull snake as well. We'll see when we get there, if the snake is even still there. But in any case, yeah, and then the beaver exhibit is being put in at the Nature Center today too, so we're gonna go see that, see the installation of the beaver exhibit that I made, and stop by some rattlesnake dens, and then we'll see what else. But yeah, it's a lively morning. Feels good. Feels like I'm back on call, you know.
Shut it off so we should be able to hear him.
No, he might not make any noise, maybe. He might know you idiots are out here.
I was playing with the newborn kittens yesterday and their eyes are just open. A solid gray
Nothing?
one with long
That's what I'm seeing.
Oh, come on.
real smoky gray. A pure black one with long hair. And I do mean black. And
From the other side a little
Okay,
bit.
now the other thing I'm wondering, he could go in there
Yeah?
because it's open in the middle where the pipes come in, right?
Oh, that makes sense too, yeah.
then there's a black one with a white face, like this. And then there's one like their brother and sister with the gray, the dark black lines all through his face. And then there's
Nothing?
No.
Oh, great.
Well, that was disappointing, though not necessarily surprising. We were not able to find the rattlesnake, as is typical when people don't watch the snake between the time I call and the time I arrive. But they weren't given any instructions to do so, so not particularly surprising. I was really hoping, though, that it was going to be the first hands-on rattler of the year. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with him. Obviously bring him to some place where he doesn't belong, because I don't know where he belongs, but we'll see what else happens. Anyway, we're gonna go visit the dens probably in an hour or so, but first we're here at the Helen Schuler Nature Center, and we're gonna check out what's going on with the beaver exhibit. So my gallery is right back here. Get this room, which I think they call the community room, something like this.
When Loud Slap returned to his mother's lodge, a meeting was held so that all could hear of his discoveries. White Fur and the rest of the family were pleased at his description of the new site.
Got my
and its
beaver
resources.
film going.
As they worked in the coming moons to
The
reinforce
narration
their
of the film
lodges,
is the same thing that's printed on these
gambled their winter food caches.
little plates.
About the relocation to come.
And each of these is matched with a photograph. They're going up on the walls
Such imaginings.
today.
Since the woody plants around their current pond had
I think
become
it
so
just
scarce,
fits all the way around the
beavers
room.
were forced to take risks, coming farther ashore than normal to gather what they needed. As a result, 5 members of their clan were killed.
Hey! What are you up to?
I did the insects. I sculpted them.
That is awesome. Those
Access food and safely.
yeah, those are really cool models. Yeah, I was looking at those earlier. I was like, wow, that is really cool.
Really hard on those.
What do you, how, I don't even know how
They're
you
made
do
out
it.
of insulation board. You glue stuff that you use in
Oh yeah.
building, and then you glue up the layers. And,
Just sculpt them out.
yeah,
That's very cool.
I did the bee originally before, and then I've done these two. The wings were a challenge.
Yeah. That's very cool though.
That's the acrylic, and I had to devise ways to support them so they'd still look like wings.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you like it.
Really neat.
Thanks.
Well, the beaver exhibit's looking pretty good, I think. I was worried that we wouldn't have enough images and narrative panels to, you know, really fill that space, but I think all my worry is for naught. I think that's a good collection there, and the space will be available to use, you know, for events and stuff. There won't be anything on the floor to get in the way. It'll just be what's going on the walls and what's going on video. So I'm happy with it. I'm probably going to check in tomorrow, something like that, and take a look at the finished product, maybe get a couple of minutes of film of that. Right now I'm down in Cottonwood Park, and I've just went and checked in on Mandy's den. Nobody's home, nobody's basking there, and in fact there's a rock in front of the entrance that didn't used to be there, and I'm a little bit worried about that. I mean, it doesn't cover the entrance or anything, but somebody obviously placed it there for whatever reason. I just left it since it's not really obscuring anything, but makes me curious. But I am gonna go check on some of the other den sites here and see if we can get a little footage of some snaky poos arisen from their winter nap.